This is an IELTS sample answer. Keep practicing to build confidence. To try a mock test with these questions, watch our mock test video. The link to the PDF document is in the first comment. Want to improve your IELTS writing skills? Check out our new IELTS writing channel. Let's begin by discussing about libraries. Do you often go to the library?
Not these days, to be honest. I used to go more when I was a student. Now I mostly read stuff online, but I still like the quiet atmosphere in a library.
What do you usually do when you visit a library?
I usually go there to read or study. Sometimes I just browse the shelves to find something interesting. It's a good place to focus, especially when I want to get away from noise.
Did you go to the library when you were a child?
Yeah, I did. I remember going quite often with my parents. I used to love reading picture books and joining little events they had for kids. It was always a nice place to be.
Are libraries common in your hometown?
Yes, there are a few around. There's a big public one in the city center and some smaller ones in schools. They're not always busy, but people still use them for studying or borrowing books.
Do you think libraries will still be important in the future?
I think so. Even though lots of people read online now, libraries still offer free access to books and a quiet place to work. They're also helpful for people who don't have internet at home.
Do you prefer studying at home or in a library?
I usually prefer the library because it's quieter and there are fewer distractions. At home, it's easy to get sidetracked. In a library, I can really focus and get things done more quickly.
That's the end of part 1. Now we are going to move to part 2. In this part, you will have 1 minute to prepare and then speak up to 2 minutes. Describe an interesting discussion you had with your friend. You should say what the discussion was about, what opinions you and your friend had, why you think the discussion was interesting, and how you felt about it.
My friend Lily and I recently had a really interesting discussion about where to go for our summer holiday. We both have 2 weeks of paid leave, so we thought it would be a great chance to travel somewhere new and exciting. Lily suggested going to Northern Europe, especially Norway. She's always been fascinated by the natural beauty of the fjords and the idea of experiencing the midnight sun. She also loves outdoor activities like hiking, so Norway seemed perfect to her. On the other hand, I had a different idea. I wanted to visit Ottawa in Canada, mainly to explore the National Museum of History. I've read so much about it and have always been curious to learn more about Indigenous cultures and Canada's past. I also enjoy visiting museums and taking my time to look at the exhibits, while Lily prefers more adventurous holidays. What made the discussion so interesting was how different our travel preferences were. We spent quite a while comparing both options, sharing photos, videos, and personal reasons behind our choices. Despite having different opinions, we both respected each other's ideas and even started thinking about how we could combine both destinations in the future. In the end, I felt really happy because the discussion brought us closer. It showed how we can have different interests, but still enjoy planning something together. It also made me look at Norway in a new way and feel excited about the possibilities.
That's the end of part 2. Now we are going to move on to part 3. We'll continue discussing the topic of conversation. Why are good communication skills important in a discussion?
They help people explain their ideas clearly and understand each other better. In group talks, like school projects or work meetings, good communication makes things go smoothly. For example, if everyone listens and speaks politely, it's easier to share opinions, solve problems, and avoid arguments or confusion during the discussion.
What makes a conversation interesting or engaging?
A fun conversation usually has two people who really listen and respond naturally. It helps when they ask questions and talk about things they both enjoy. For example, chatting about travel, music, or funny moments feels more exciting than small talk or when only one person keeps talking without stopping.
How can people improve their conversation skills?
They can start by talking more often and listening carefully. Watching interviews or joining group discussions also helps. For example, speaking in class or chatting with friends about everyday topics builds confidence. Over time, it becomes easier to start conversations, ask good questions, and speak in a clear and friendly way.
Do you think people today talk less face-to-face than in the past? Why?
Yes, because many people now use phones and apps to talk. It's faster and more convenient, but it's not the same as talking in person. For example, someone might text their friend instead of meeting up, which is easier, but they miss things like body language and real emotional connection.
In what situations is it difficult to have an honest conversation?
It's tough when the truth might hurt someone or cause problems. For example, telling a friend they've done something wrong or giving bad news at work can feel awkward. People sometimes stay quiet to avoid upsetting others, even though being honest is usually better for the relationship in the long run.
That's the end of the speaking test. Good job.